everybody. How y'all doing? Can you hear me? Usually that's never been a problem before. So my name is Audrey, and I'm excited to be here to talk about what Flow is doing with bots and teams. I also have a repeat session this afternoon. It's not going to be completely a repeat, but this morning I'm doing an adaptive card in Teams from Flow. And then this afternoon we're going to kind of extend that to respond to that bot and do some other things. But please feel free to attend both, and both I will have decks for both of them with step-by-steps, so you don't have to worry too much about taking notes, okay? Now, most important to me is you. Raise your hand if you are currently using Flow today. Whoa! Keep your hands up if you have Flow in production, which means your company has a Flow that it's using. Excellent. Keep your hand up if that Flow is associated with a Power App. Okay, how many Power Appers in the audience? All right, great to see all of you here today. I am definitely a Power addict, and I'm excited about all of it, all right? So I want to first kind of share with you a little bit about what's needed to kind of get involved in Flow with Teams, kind of like the prerequisites. If you notice, we do have a Flow app. So if you're in Teams, you can just go to More Apps and you can install your Flow app, which will give you other capabilities in addition to the Flow bot. So you would just go ahead and choose that app and you would install it, and then you can use it in your Teams environments. You'll notice that once you install it, you instantly get the bot. And this is a general bot that can actually play any of your flows. If they are button flows, they can be played here. So you can list your flows if you're curious. Now, this is a demo environment. Otherwise, this would be a long list for me. But you can list your flows, and you can only run, and it kind of says it here, I can run flows that are triggered on a schedule, that are manually triggered without inputs, and I can also do things like get reminders in Teams, right? So if I'm in a conversation in Teams, I will be able to get these kind of instant Flow bots messages. You can see a bot right here. This is the one we're going to make. I'm going to actually show you how it gets kicked off with a button using my phone. It then updates a SharePoint list as well. And then after it updates, it posts it here. Now, if you notice here, there's also buttons here. How many people have tried adaptive cards already in Teams? Just a few hands. And you probably ran into the problem that you couldn't get your buttons to work, right? I'm going to get you around that problem today while we build this up. So first, let me kind of show you what I'm going to demo. I'm going to switch over to my mobile device. And again, for installing Flow, you just go to your app store and you look for Microsoft Flow, 2 words, and then you download it. Once you download it, you now have all the functionality of Flow on your mobile device, which means you can even build flows directly on your device. This is an example of a flow you could build on your device directly. All right? So in this particular scenario, Contoso is reviewing some homes. So a developer has built some homes, and now there are people in these homes that are checking to see what's going on, whether or not it can be visited or not. And so I'm going to be the inspector first, and then I'll be in the team that's responding to these reports. So the first thing I'm going to do is pick from a list of home sites that I have available to inspect. After I pick the home site, I'm going to pick the category. Post-paint means right after the painting is done. Punch list means any object that might be broken needs to be fixed. And then pre-visit kind of raises the urgency because it means that this has to be done before someone can visit, all right? So I'm just going to take punch list for now and just write it punch doorknob, right? So doorknob broken. Let's do that. And I can also put configurable answers here. So if I was doing real inspections, I would see trends, if I'm using Power BI, in what the answers would be. And they could therefore be drop downs to select from, right? Now I'm going to take a photo. I can take a photo or I can pick it from my photo library. Excuse the French. I'm going to take all of your happy faces. And then I just say use that photo. Now I'm going to say done at the top, and that button is going to run. And I'm going to switch back to my computer so you can see what happened. Sometimes we have a little bit of a delay this morning. Just going to hope SharePoint loads. So I'm going to load SharePoint and show you the library where it uploaded to. Flo did this work for me. Hopefully you don't have to trust me. Basically, the drop-downs that I selected in the button are being used in the upload in order to upload the file to a library. So the photo itself is being uploaded to a library, and after the photo arrives in the library, it's creating a related list item in SharePoint that records the inspection. So I end up with two things: a list that has a record of the inspection and a photo that has a reference to that list. And I'm so sorry, I'm going to try Teams and see if that's loading faster. If you notice, on the Teams, I have the bot posting the task that I just did, and we'll go check SharePoint in a couple of seconds. Notice that I have two buttons here. I have complete tasks and add notes. I have the photo, I have the comment that I made, the home site, and the category. This is being posted to the team's model work so that they're aware, like within seconds after the inspection, okay, that's been done. Now they can act on this. Now we have some limitations right now where you can't actually get these buttons as outputs yet, but we are working on that. In the meantime, I want to give you a way around it. Way number one is that because you can use URLs, then I can click on this and make it a URL to the SharePoint page. And SharePoint's a little slow. Or I can even be more creative and use this button to deep link into a Power App. Now, here's what's really cool about this, and I promise to show you how I built the bot. But what's really cool about this is because I can deep link into a Power App, I can do anything now. Because the app actually can not only take me to the appropriate page to act on that home site, but I can actually do other things in Power Apps, which means I can say on page load, go run a flow, right? So I can do my onVisible property and run a flow from my onVisible property. So your imagination should be going wild because now you can do anything you want with those buttons while you wait for the flow engineering team to finish that work so that you have it as an output, okay? So really flexible situation where you're going to be able to get through these without a problem. So let's hope Flow performs a little faster than SharePoint was and see if we can show you how we did this. Okay, first of all, I'll take you to the site called adaptivecards.io. This is the site that kind of explains what Adaptive Cards is. The beautiful thing about adaptive card bots is that they adapt. That word is really key here. So if I had a dark Teams UI, that card would have been dark, right? It adapts to what it looks like around so that the maker of the bot doesn't have to think, oh, I need to be dark or I need to be big or large. It kind of adapts to wherever it goes, which is the beautiful thing. And this site explains that. Now, I took advantage of one of their samples. And so they have a ton of samples. Let's see if they'll come up so we can see them. A little bit of delay. If not, I will send you these links in the deck so that you'll be able to click on them and go and visit those things. But we have about 10 to 15 samples in there. There we go. So now if you go here, you can see that you have a calendar reminder. So I'm clicking on the left, and you can see the result on the right. We have a flight itinerary. And again, we do have a little bit of a Wi-Fi delay this morning. My apologies. And you can actually go through these. And these have sample JSON that you can just use. So basically, I love the activity update one. Really simple. And that's what I want to do. I want to update an activity in Teams. So basically, all I have to do is hit try it yourself. And we're going to go into the place where I can edit this. Now here's the good news. We are working on making this even better integrated so that you have a real designer experience without having to bounce out to this location here. But in the meantime, it's still very useful to pick up your code. And you don't have to know JSON. You'll notice that on the bottom. Don't worry about JSON. You don't need him today. You will just copy it, and then you'll bring it into Flow, right? So what you can do is you can delete these buttons. This is just like any other UI that allows you to click and pick. Notice as I click this part here, I can go over here, and I can change this to whatever I want. So I can change this side to say home site. And what I'm doing as I'm typing is I'm editing the JSON below, so I don't have to worry about that. And I might want to put in here the category. And then if I don't want one of these, I can just hit the X to delete it. Easy as that. Over here, I want the buttons that I can use for URLs. So I'm actually going to remove these buttons. And I'm going to add the button called Open URL. Again, you will get the others later, trust me, but at least you have a lot of flexibility with these because they can create links to SharePoint, or they can create links to deep links into Power Apps that can do anything you want. You can run flows, you can go to a particular page in your app, you can order a new thingamajiggy, whatever you want to do. Over here on the right, I'm going to actually put what I want it to say. And then over here, I can put just a placeholder because I'm actually not configuring here. I'm just creating placeholders that I can use in Flow. And so I can add 2 here. Let's do, let's click on it first. And let's do Open App, just for the sake of speed here. And then down here, this is my app placeholder. Now, who knows what I use to open an app? Anybody in the audience know what we use to deep link into apps? You do, well, actually, close. Yeah, close. Where do we have to go to get, so in Power Apps, right? For those of you that may know Power Apps, for every app that you make, and this will be in the deck as well, you have, I'm afraid to load this page, but you have, for every app, you have a details screen. In that details screen, if you right-click on the detail web link, that is the link, permanent link to your app. So when you're in Power Apps, you would just go to that details screen, and you would be able to right-click on it and select that link. Now that link just opens the app, doesn't do anything else. If you wanted to go into the app and go to a particular page in the app, you got to pass a query parameter, right? So at the end of the link, and I'll show you this, don't worry, as soon as we get, I'll get there in a minute, then after you put a question mark, and then you say what you want to pass. So if I wanted to pass like the SharePoint ID, I'd put question mark, capital I, capital D, equals, right? Now I can link to a particular ID in that app. I would also tell it what page, right? So by deep linking into my app, I can do a lot of things. And again, I will give you that link because I'm having major Wi-Fi issues here. So what we'll do, being that we can't get these things to open up right now, is let's see if I can cheat and at least open the Flow. Because once we get it open, at least I can walk you through. Yes. So, first thing on my Flow is a button. All right? Now, the button in the Flow is going to those home sites. We don't have a way right now for you to create drop-down list options dynamically, but I'm working on figuring out what are some tricks we could do in order to do that. So I actually put the home sites in there for each line. Now, after I put them in there, I added another input, and you can add as many inputs as you want just by clicking add an input, and it gives you the choice of these types of inputs here. But I also added a inspection category that has 3 choices. Now, remember that when you add a text field, you can choose whether or not you want it to be a list of options or just the text, and you can choose to make that field optional as well. Bigger? You feeling good? All right. So, I don't know how long I can keep it this big though, because it flops. But you can see that this drop down is under those 3 dots over there. Now, the next thing I did was I picked up the inspector notes. And then for the photo, all I had to do was pick the file input. Because you can pick a file or an image. And it can be a camera that you take, or it could be a photo that's on the device, whatever device you're using. You can also upload the photo. Now, the next thing I did was get that file up on Sharepoint. And since Sharepoint's is not working, you'll have to trust me. I'll show you the run succeeded. But basically, I'm saying, what site is this on? And this is the site for that Teams. I do it that way because if you're doing a solution for Teams, you might as well do it on the site for the Teams. That way you don't have to worry about permissions. It's just automatically going to work for everybody in that team, all right? Then I have the file name. I needed something unique, so I did the home site plus the timestamp. And then I added a PNG at the end. And then finally, I added the photo. So basically, I just took the dynamic fields directly from the trigger to use there. So as soon as you click into any other action, your dynamic fields will appear on the right, and that's how I got those in there, okay? So now basically, if that runs, everybody agree with me that this should run? Any questions so far? Make sense? Okay, if that runs, now I need the ID of that file. We couldn't get the ID while we're making it. So how do I get the ID of that file? Well, I have to go get file properties. This will get me the ID of the file just made. So all I do is I go to the library name, and then when I click in the ID column here, it is going to give me, sorry, I think I just made a mistake and clicked something, but you can see on the right there, it gives me the item ID. That's what I want in that ID field, okay? Really important because you're going to need it for the next step. And the next step is to create the Sharepoint list item. So I already have a list on the site. It has title, ref ID, category, and notes. So now I'm taking, again, the same data, the data from the button, and then the item ID from the photo, because now I'm going to use that ID number in Power Apps to show the photo that was uploaded with that list. And all I'm going to do, anybody know what function I'll have to do in Power Apps to get the photo related to a gallery list item? Anybody know? Oh, hard question, right? Okay, how about I give you a tip? The first part of this formula is look. Look up. Very good. So you'll be using a lookup, and basically you'll be saying look up in the photo library where the ref ID equals ID. That's all you'll be doing, right? And then finally, you have your notes. Now, here's the fun part, which is the adaptive card. Now, being that the site's being slow, I'm going to walk you through this. So imagine I did what I did a few minutes ago. I selected some buttons, and I made it look like what I wanted to look like close. Then I just go to the bottom and click copy JSON. I just copy that whole thing, and I pop it in this message area. You'll notice that I also selected what team do you want this bot to go to and what channel do you want it to go to. But now I'm going to edit it only where I want to make changes. So you might have noticed that on that site, the title of the card was something about adaptive cards. I'm sorry, I don't want that. I want it to say model repair order. So I'm just going to replace that text with model repair order. Then I'm going to scroll down here, and it wants to know a picture. And on the adaptive cards, it had Matt. Matt is one of the guys on the adaptive cards team. He's a great guy, but I don't want him in my bot. So I'm going to actually use the link to the photo that I uploaded, right? And so I'm just going to use the dynamic field for that. And then here, I want to know who submitted this report. I'm just going to use the created by, because that's the person that ran this flow. And then finally, I'm going to format the date and time for the created by. Now, this is an advanced expression, but it's a very easy one. If I click on it and go over here, and I think this is the hardest part about working with adaptive cards in the way we have it now, is that when you're in that big block of JSON, because you're like somewhere in the middle of it, your dynamic properties are like down here, like not being friendly, right? Kind of antisocial. So just stroll down on the right and you'll see it light up like I just did. And you do want to work in that area if you're doing any formatting. In this case, I'm formatting the date so that it has year, month, day. Again, will totally be in the deck. You don't even have to write that down. But be careful. This is my big heads up to you, because I can do these fast, but pay attention to where you are in the JSON so that you're in your dynamic property in the right place. And then what else did I do over here? Oh, here's the deep link. Okay, so I have two. The first one is linking to the Sharepoint item, which means it will just open up the Sharepoint list form and I can click complete, right? Mark it complete. The second one is the deep link. So I went to Power Apps and I copied the web link, but then I'm passing a parameter. If you notice the question mark at the end, ID equals, I need to pass that parameter to Power Apps so that it opens the app in the right page to the right item. But it's that easy. It's kind of one of those things, if you know, oh, that's easy. If you don't know, oh, God, you know? So I hope you didn't struggle with this too long. But I'm going to bring you back to Teams for a minute and kind of zoom into what this looks like. Okay, maybe I can't. Let's see. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. So you can see that I basically kept the same format that he had on the image, only he had a small image, and I said large. I wanted it bigger. This is the biggest it would probably get. Now, a little bit of heads up on you on these images. When you're using images from a library, you'll want to use the image link. That's all you want to use, right? But if you're using it from a list, right, and there's a URL in the list, you might want to try thumbnails. Now, the only thing about thumbnails is this. Thumbnails are faster. They work on every device really well. But because the bot is temporary, they can expire here, right? So they won't expire on your apps, and they won't expire on SharePoint, but they can expire here. But in this case, I don't care if this photo expires in 90 days or whatever, because we're going to be done with that task anyway, right? So this is just a side point to let you know. You'll notice if you look at the created under Megan's name, that's the formatting I did, where I did YYYYY, MMM, and then day. And then on the bottom, I just added that. Now, if I click the complete task, we're going to hope on SharePoint here. Come on, SharePoint. Everybody give SharePoint some encouragement. Come on, SharePoint! Yay! Okay, little love gets everybody where they need to be. Seems like it's trying. What we have here is a customized form that's not loading. Okay, here it comes. And now I can just mark this task complete. And if it doesn't load, we'll be happy to trust me, and I will give some links in my deck. What I might try to do for the afternoon, guys, if you want to come back, is I might get hardwired if I can, so that we can run these a little better. That's that. And then if I had clicked on the other one, then it would have launched the app itself. And this is the one that I think is the most powerful. I can call this anything I want, and when I open my app, I can have Flow launch any number of flows from the onVisible property. Now I can do whatever I want with that button. Now it will require that the app be loaded, but at least it enables you to kind of launch other actions directly from that button. Hopefully it'll load. And again, I apologize. So it opened to 4 minutes I have left?
Yeah, I know.
I'm 4 minutes over?
Yeah, 6 minutes over.
I'm 6 minutes. Okay, goodbye. So it was really nice meeting you all. If you have questions, reach out to me. I'll be in the area here, and then I'll be here this afternoon. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your patience with these loading times. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. No.